GRP in the house. Larry says he's waiting for the host. Are you waiting for the host, Larry? Where is it? Give it a go. Try out, man. Try now. What's that? Right, let's see what's happening here. Right. Right. Let's see if these guys, we can add them in. But is that even the same one? All right, don't watch the slight technicals, people. We will sort it all out in the end. All right. Right, let's copy that. One moment. Bear with. Right, this is only the second time we've been doing this, so let me just ring Larry and see what's happening. Yo, what's in? You're in there, yeah? Right, maybe I need to send you a new link. 1 minute. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a new link. All right, hang tight. Hey. Right. Mm-hmm. This isn't it. All right. All right, at least my son says I'm not echoing. So we're off to a good start with the no echo business. That is a good start. All right, what did I want to do? Wasn't that just lovely? You know them ones? Yeah.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Where's Damien? Where's Damien?
Damien is probably painting his nails.
As per usual, yeah?
Right.
Are we live now? Are we live, yeah?
We're live, bro. We're live.
Okay, what's happening?
What's been happening?
What's happening?
Yes.
What's happening? Not much,
we
bro.
are,
Not
here we
much,
are.
man. Not much, man. Is it light enough in here for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right, calm down, Damien. Calm down.
Hey!
I am painting my nails, motherfuckers. What's up?
What's happening? What's happening?
Got my drip tips going for you right now. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Easy.
Yeah.
Right.
The gang's back in town.
What's up, people?
Oh, you sounding real clear this time.
I know I'm wearing the dodgy Bluetooth headphones, and I'm even using my phone this time. So yeah, although the feed's not coming through too clear.
No, it all sounds nice. It all sounds nice.
Sweet. Lovely.
Right, so the topics for today, Larry.
What's that? Say that again?
The topics for today are...
well, let's start with the first one. Should we all start with the rematch?
Yo!
Rematch.
Dylan the Scumbag White versus Anthony Joshua. Yeah. This is
Do we care?
Huh?
Do we care?
Listen.
Yes and no.
A lot of people are saying that, but look, at the end of the day, if these two are going to continue with their careers, they got no belts. Especially, obviously, Joshua's got no belts because Dylan never won a belt. But it seems logical for them to fight each other. So and let me. They're both on the way down. This fight doesn't really have any connotations for the heavyweights at the top, apart from obviously if Joshua loses this one, then his fight with Wilder in was it December is not going to happen. So, but yeah, I mean, let me get your guys. Let me get your take on it firstly. On what do you care about this fight, and who do you think is going to win?
Yeah, I do care about this fight because I hate Dylan. I hate him. I don't even know this brother. I don't even know him, but his attitude just stinks. But you know what? He's one of them guys I love to hate.
Yeah.
I love to hate him. And I've got no qualms with boxers being arrogant, egotistical, rude, because it takes a different... You got to be cut from a different cloth to step into a ring.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't...
Yeah.
Nice guy doesn't work.
But there's a way to
all
do
the
it
time.
and there's a way not to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Does he go over the top? Yeah. But that's just him. So, you know what? It would be funny for Dylan to get beat up, but it would be funny for AJ to get beat up. You know, one of those. Like, I'm not backing any of the horses.
Right.
I'd like to see a good fight.
I think we will, because they generally don't like each other.
No, and they're nobody wants to lose.
Yeah. Because whoever loses this is done. At the highest levels, they're 100% done. They're done. Yeah, that's for definite.
It's a wrap. Boy. Yeah, so Damien, what do you think? Yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts.
Let's hear you, Damien.
The thing that shocked me was, it's been 8 years since the first fight.
Yeah.
8 years. Wow. 2015. Yeah. Nearly a decade since the first time they fought. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That shows you how quick time's going. But I hear what you're saying in regards to the previous bad blood between the two of them. They kind of haven't squashed it, but there has been a little bit of animosity back and forth. Even in like the general interviews you've been doing, they've been kind of tentative, and there's been a few things here and there. But for the most part, for me, it's like Dylan, as much as he's always had the narrative of like he is the guy with the brash voice, and he says, stupid shit a lot of the time. Larry just lost Larry. And apart from that, like, he does tend to push people's buttons in the wrong way. And like Larry, we can speak on that one. As you know, you can speak for a while on that one.
Yeah.
But having met him and the rest of it, the one thing I will always give Dylan is he will step up and fight. Like there's a lot of people that tend to not want to get in the ring, and they will they'll try to renegotiate fights. They'll push it out as long as they can. They'll long it out. They won't really get in there. One thing I will give him is he will step up and fight when he's asked to. It doesn't matter who he's fighting, he'll get in the ring. He's always been a fighter first and foremost. No matter what we think about him as a person, as a boxer, he's never backed down from anything. Does it go any different from the first fight is my question. Joshua is looking absolutely beefed to the fucking cowhouse right now. He's like biceps are bursting out of his fucking t-shirt. But in fact, the TalkSport interview he just did, like his arm looked bigger than the guys hosting him. So he's definitely back in training. We're going to say that one. But does it go any different with his new trainer? This is his third trainer now. Apparently the relationship, he's talking nothing but highly about it. So does it end up anything differently? I mean, the first one was a gamble because Dillian nearly had him out of there. Was it third, fourth round when Joshua nearly got clocked or did get clocked on the wobbly legs?
It was the first or second round.
First or second round, yeah. And he was a little bit like he kind of threw caution to the wind a little bit, and Joshua wasn't really thinking until he got clocked. Okay, I need to actually participate in this fight and box properly. So does it end any different? I don't think so. I think it might go a bit further this time. I think Dylan might probably respect him a little bit more. I might be a little bit more tentative and just kind of hold back a little bit more and try and play the long game and work on his jab. But I don't think it goes any different. Does it have any repercussions for the current heavyweights? As you said, not really. The thing that actually surprised me was I didn't realize that Dubois was fighting bloody Usyk. I had no idea.
Yeah,
that came out of nowhere. So
no. It's been on the cards for a while.
I just must have missed it. Must be off my radar. I must have missed it. But I'm looking. Go on.
To be fair, no one really cares about that fight because it's a so yeah.
Yeah. But no, I think it's. I do want to watch it just to kind of see the fight again. But again, does it have any real stakes in regards to the current division? I don't think so. I think it's just the two of them making some money. It might or might not give a new storyline, a new narrative for the heavyweight division. But at the current lay of the land, it's up his arse anyway right now. No one knows who's fighting who. We don't know when Fury's coming back out again. Who he's really going to fight? Is he going to fight in GARNER? What's he doing? No one really knows. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that one.
Yeah.
But we lost Leon. Where's he gone? He's flipping around again. He's jumping in and
what's
jumping
going
out.
on with you, Leon, man?
Don't worry about it. They want to hear what you Did you see the
He lost the midget in the middle.
Did you see the chat? Are you looking at the chat?
No. What's going on in the chat?
Spencer Crawford, Dylan AJ last fought for a British title, and that was never pay-per-view, and neither is this.
Yeah, I do take issue with the pay-per-view and the fact that it's £27. Just so you know, none of us three will be buying that fight.
No, I will be. I'm sorry, I said that out loud.
Spencer Crawford. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, my take on the fight. Obviously, I know AJ a little bit, and I know Dylan very, very well. Obviously, he was a former sparring partner of mine when he was on the way up, and I was up there. Yeah, I kind of concur with what both of you said, man. Look,
I want the knife.
They're both on the slide. They're both on the way down.
Yeah.
But I feel like Dylan's even more on the slide. Because one thing Dylan did have, even back when I was sparring him, was great punch resistance. He did have that.
Right.
And if you notice, the last few fights, that punch resistance has all but gone. I mean, even if you look at the last knockout loss that he had against Fury, that uppercut barely touched him. That uppercut really grazed him. It didn't hit him flush. It grazed him. And yet he was on 6s and 7s, you know what I mean? Whereas the old Dylan would have been able to hold that shot.
Yeah.
You know, if you look back to the shots AJ was catching him with in that first fight, he was catching some bombs. And he was standing there and taking it. He couldn't take those shots now. He could not take those shots now. Whereas I feel like, and Dylan's had a lot of hard fights, whereas I don't think AJ has had as many hard fights. And even the hard fights that AJ has had, I don't think they're as taxing on him as Dylan's hard fights have been on him. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of see it the way Damien sees it. I feel AJ's going to win, but I think it might go a bit longer than the first fight. I think it might be maybe around 10, maybe an 11 stoppage. And I do see some scary moments for AJ. In fact, it's not
definitely.
I do think AJ was going to win, but by no means do I think that's a foregone conclusion because, like I said, they're both on the way down. So if Dylan, like you said in the first fight, Damien, if Dylan catches him like he did in the first fight, could be lights out. You know what I mean? So it's what because let's be honest, they're both millionaires now. No one wants it as bad as they did in the first fight.
No.
Do you get what I'm saying? No one's as hungry as they are in the first fight. They're both multi-millionaires now, especially AJ. They're comfortable. So, and we all know that plays a factor in how much punishment they're willing to take.
Training, getting out of your silk sheets in the morning is not the same, bro.
Famous.
I'd get in the ring with AJ tomorrow because I'm broke. And the hunger would be deeper than deep, and I would take the licks. You know, one of those.
So yeah, man, I don't see it going. I mean, I see it going further, and I favour AJ, but it could go either way. Do you know what I mean? But I do want it to be AJ also because I want to see AJ versus Wilder, just to see. And I think that, do you know what I mean? And I think that might, because of the new trainer, it might have a say in the kind of tactics that AJ uses. I don't think he's going to go all guns blazing like he did in the first fight. I think he's going to be a little bit more cagey, which might not be to his advantage because Dylan loves that. Dylan loves coming forward, and when you don't back him up, he's going to really go for it. Do you know? That's what Dylan's always been like that. Even back when I was sparring him, if you don't back him up, he's going to keep coming forward, throwing bombs, and eventually he's going to hit you. You need to back up Dylan and bully the bully. Do you know what I mean?
And this is where I think AJ is going to struggle.
Well, this is what exactly
because he hasn't been bullying people in a long time.
Exactly. And I feel like that's why I said like I don't know because Derek James is a fantastic trainer, but if he tries to add too much to AJ's game at this point, I feel like it could come a cropper for him in this fight, and if not this fight, definitely the Wilder fight, because Wilder just has to touch him and the fight's over. We know that. We know that. Wilder just needs to touch him. Fight's done. Do you know what I mean? So that's a foregone conclusion. But with this fight, if Derek James allows him to be cagey and not just go forward, but with sense, obviously, it could even up the fight. So I don't know. What do you guys feel like the tactics are going to be for AJ?
Well, I know, like you said, Dillian, he's just going to go for it. He's just going to keep moving forward. So AJ's tactics have been dreadful for the past couple fights. I haven't seen any tactics. He's trying to outbox people that can box him. He's not bullying when he should. He's a big guy. He's got long reach, blah, blah. He's not doing any of that. So I actually don't know what to expect from AJ. I don't know what to expect. I know Dillian's going to go to win. I know that.
He's coming forward.
He's going to go, he's going to throw bombs, he's going to keep trucking forward like bloody Robocop. I know that's what he's going to do. But with AJ, he's still on this sweet boy fighting thing. It's like he's so scared to lose that he's scared to, throw caution to the wind.
Good point.
Yeah.
We think, Damien.
I agree with Leon. I mean, I think we need to see the Joshua. Was it the 9th round in the Usyk rematch? Or the 10th round?
Yeah, the 9th.
He needs to be doing that from round 1 or 2. He's been in there with Dylan. This is not new ground for him. He's been in there with Dylan before, so he knows the trenches. So he knows he can switch it on from the first belt. And we're talking old school, back in the 80s and the 90s when heavyweights threw caution to the wind from the very first damn round. Or when we go back to when the welterweights are doing it, look at Sugar Ray Leonard. From the first bell, you're off. You're frying your biggest punches. And I think
go for it.
He needs to do that. But it depends on what you said about what James does. Has he changed his game plan too much? Has he gone there and tried to give Joshua a lot of new tools? Or is he just trying to refine his technique? If he's trying to refine his technique and make him become the aggressor early on, then I think it will be a very quick fight. But it depends on, like you said, what Joshua's going to turn up and what the camp has basically been about. What has been the motive in the camp? What has been the direction of the camp? So that's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And London Boxing, he said AJ and Dillian might as well be at York Hall.
Whoa, York Hall, bro.
I think it's a bit bigger than that, bro.
York Hall.
Because let's be honest,
Breakdown.
they're fighting in the O2, and they'll be able to fill the O2. I mean, it's sold out already, from what I understand. It's sold out already, so come on.
Okay.
Wow.
I think London Box, you're doing them a bit of a disservice there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
I know it's a piss take that it's on pay-per-view. Don't get me wrong. I agree with that, and the £27 is just ridiculous.
£27, your backside. I'm not paying.
I wouldn't be paying £2.70 for York Hall. Can you imagine £27 for York Hall? 27 pence for York Hall. Shit,
bro.
Come down to Bethnal Green for 27. No, I'm good.
Yeah. But I get where London Box is coming from. I mean, it's two British fighters. Although they are supposed to be world class. I only class one of them right now as world class, which is AJ. I think Dylan's going to end up being a gatekeeper, just like Chisora. And yeah, again, like I said, I see AJ winning this fight, but it's not a foregone conclusion. But the problem is whoever loses, they're done at the highest level. If they want to keep fighting, they're going to have to be a gatekeeper. So if
then there's no point.
Yeah, exactly. What you're right, Leon, because you're both multimillionaires now, so there's no point. I mean, I wouldn't. If I was one of these two and I lost, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Time to live.
Off to Hollywood. Straight.
Yeah, man. So, I guess that's it for this analysis, right?
What about this Spence Crawford thing?
Oh, he's not Spencer Crawford. That's the fight I want to see this year. That's the fight I want to see this year. You know what?
That's the fight I want to see, and I can't really call it right now.
I can't. They're both. They're almost like number one, number two, but like either one can switch position.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, either one can switch position.
Yeah.
I think if Crawford wins, I think it has to be that he takes it on points. I don't see Crawford knocking Spence out. I could be wrong, but I just don't see him knocking Spence out. Spence hasn't been exactly the same since the car crash. I don't think he's been the same boxer that he was pre-car crash. He's still top 5, but he hasn't been as much of an animal. But Spence just has that ability to nullify you and to beat the shit out of you real quick, no matter who you are. So that's the thing for me. I think if it's Spence, it's got to be a knock. It's got to be a knockout, and it has to be. It won't be in the early rounds. If it's Crawford, I think it's points. That's just the way I look at it. I could be wrong. Could be really rough on that, but that's just the way I look at it.
I kind of agree with that, actually. Yeah.
What do you think, Lil?
I don't know.
I don't know shit about it.
If I had money, I wouldn't know where it's going.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
I'm going to keep my money, even though I keep it anyway. I'm just saying if I wasn't betting money.
Yeah. If you had the money, I'm keeping it. Yeah, I get that.
If I had the money, I'd keep it. Yeah, if it was like Monopoly money for jokes, I wouldn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So
what do you think, London Boxing? What do you think?
Yeah.
Drop a comment down below. What's your prediction?
If you're still around, you know what I mean?
She's still in there.
He's still in there.
Is he still in there? Yeah.
No.
I think he's
no idea.
I can't see you. But you know what? Sometimes this thing on there is a bit slow, so you have to go into the live one.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not there. Well, he might be there.
Okay.
He might be. Someone's there anyway.
If it was money, I would say Spence because Crawford came from. Okay, yeah, I can see the weight argument. I get you. I see the weight argument. And again, that kind of joins in with the fact that he could stop him. But I can't say no on Crawford, bro. It's a really hard one. Crawford's just his ability to box orthodox and southpaw, and like you could barely tell the difference between the two. He just has that natural ability to switch, and like he comes across as a natural orthodox and natural southpaw. So and he can switch it mid-round, like continuing going forward and going back, and just keep you on your game. So, but then again, counter punching wise, Spence has that, but has Crawford ever really had difficulty with counter punches? not really. He's got great leg work. No, his footwork's always been dynamite. So it's a hard one. It's a hard one. But I get your argument. I see the argument about Crawford coming up. I get that. He is a smaller guy, so we've seen it happen before.
Yeah.
There you go.
I guess that's it for the analysis then.
Right.
Crawford destroyed Brook and Porter. So they destroyed my 135. Yeah, there is that. Yeah, he did destroy Brook and Porter. So yeah. Brook and Porter are no slouches at 146. What are they fighting at? It's legit the best fight we've seen this decade. Yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah, 100%.
If anyone can pay me in the box office, I'll watch it.
It's actually a fight besides Usyk and Fury that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
These are the kind of fights boxing should be putting on. You know, it's the best versus the best. It's not the best versus whoever we can find that will take a pay cut. You know, it's like
Usyk versus Dubois. Although that's not Usyk's fault. We all know who's
that's not Usyk's fault. But wasn't it a mandatory though? Wasn't Dubois mandatory at one point?
Dubois is his mandatory, but they were gonna let that slide if they could do the Fury fight. But obviously now because they're not doing it. But I think there's a thread going around that it's a ploy from Frank Warren. Because guess what? After this, if Fury doesn't fight him again, then his next mandatory is the winner of Joyce and Zhang. And they're both under Frank Warren. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Frank Warren's an old dog, man. Don't listen. That guy's been in the game way too long.
Old school hustler.
He knows all the tricks. So the way he's thinking it is, by the time Fury comes around, those two would have taken lumps out of him enough to make it a bit easier for Fury. That's that. You know what I mean? But who knows?
Yeah. Del Boy Warren knows what he's doing. So.
Yeah. London Box is saying Fury is ducking Usyk due to that overhand from Cunningham. I don't know if that's why he's ducking him, but he's definitely ducking him. Yes, 100%. I think everyone sees through all the bullshit now. It's Fury holding up this fight, and I don't understand why. You know, because win, lose or draw, he still goes down as one of the greatest of this era.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Of this,
but it's the thing. Does he want to take the gamble anymore? That's the thing.
It goes back to what me and Leon was saying about this. Well, you as well. About
the silk sheets, yeah.
Pajamas and all of that.
Yeah, you're a bit too old to be taking the licks in your head as well. Like these are not
Fury. I came up. Remember when Fury was calling me out, and we were both up there. That's when he would fight anyone. Now he's not on that no more because he
don't need to be. He's rich. Right. I'm talking about wealth.
Wealth. Exactly.
I can buy me a fight, motherfucker. Yeah,
that's fine. Right.
Yeah, I still remember when I beat Dave Ferguson, and that was the eliminator for Tyson Fury's English title.
Right.
And I was saying, right, I want to fight Fury next, and then he went and fought McDermott the second time. And then that fight never materialized. I'm kind of glad it didn't, but but you know what I mean. But that Fury is completely different to the Fury we're seeing now, and I don't understand why. But I do understand why. But it is what it is. But
okay,
that's a fight that I think everyone wants to see: Usyk Fury.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, what's my man say? It's harder to do those runs when you've got a golden caravan.
I think he's got more than a golden caravan.
No, but it's true though. It's true. It's true. He's got a gold plated.
You know what? It's true for everyone across the board. When Marvin Hagler said that line, he was speaking for every single. And it doesn't matter how hard you think you want to be you are a fighter, you're a world champion, whatever. You're the best in the world. It happens to the best fighters. You just get to the point where you're just not hungry anymore because you don't need to be. You don't need to be, and in a hard sport like this,
you have to be.
You have to be hungry for something. You know what I mean?
Well, the ego gets answered at that point because it's like the ego building up to it is I can be the best in the world. So, okay, I am the best in the world now. Why have I got to prove it a second time?
Yeah.
You know, you don't have that initial inception of right. I want to get to the pinnacle. So I'm at the pinnacle, motherfucker. What am I going to do this again for? I'm climbing back down, climb back up again. I mean, so I get that.
A few fighters have managed to get that hunger again, at Lennox Lewis and a couple of Muhammad Ali, but they're a rare breed. They are,
and it's got to be, and they had drives as well. Like Muhammad had a point to prove. It was the same with Lennox. They had specific points to prove at that time. So there's got to be a drive for it. It can't just be, about the kind of the way that we thought Joshua was going about it before, where it's just about, soothing the cracks and basically repairing his image. There's got to be something that drives you specifically other than that. There's got to be a hunger that you redevelop.
Yeah.
It's like, right, there's a reason why I'm here.
Foreman 2, a London box. That's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And there was that thing of, he needed to, if there was a reason for it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. But
all right.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, that's it then.
That's it. We're moving on.
We're moving on to the next topic. What's the next topic, Leon?
What was that?
Yeah. More man about that.
What was the fucking alien ship about? What was that?
Listen, I don't know. I don't know what that was about. I just had. It was just something I had to do. One of those.
I see.
Right. So Jennifer Garner returning as Elektra. Then Pooh. Deadpool free.
Deadpool free. Good subtitle, man. Deadpool free.
Deadpool. That's definitely an exclusive. Right, there we go. Deadpool free. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are we saying about this? What are we saying, Jennifer Garner?
Well, do you want to read the article first, or?
Not really, but I will. I'm a guy that doesn't like to read much. No, I'm joking. Okay, so what this is from Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah.
The actress worked. Where are we going? You know what? Sometimes I can't stand this thing. Right, after nearly a 20-year hiatus, the actress is returning to the role of the Marvel Comics assassin anti-heroine for Deadpool 3. Multiple sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. The Marvel Studios production is currently shooting, with Ryan Reynolds reprising his fan favorite part of the four-wall breaking Merc with a mouth. Hugh Jackman has come out as Marvel retirement to play Wolverine once again. Sean Levy is in the director's chair, with the project to be the first movie that will feature a character, or in this case, 2 or 3 more from the stable that once belonged to the 20th Century Fox owned several silos of Marvel characters before the acquisition of Disney in 2019. Right. So Garner first played the Marvel assassin in 20th Century's Fox Daredevil. The 2003 feature starred Ben Affleck, which, you know what, I always got a soft spot for that film. As the Man Without Fear. While the film was not a hit, it did spawn a spin-off with Garner toppling solo act Elektra 2 years later. That too was not a box office success, but it was noteworthy as Garner was one of the few women to lead the studio comic book comeback. Yeah, her involvement in Deadpool 3 hints at some sort of multiverse angle to the film that has long been rumored, and it is possible that the characters from the Marvel film made by Fox could pop up, but this being Deadpool, one can't rule out some meta self-awareness either.
Yeah.
Do you want to say any more? Want any more?
No, you can leave it there. All in the Game, who are a long-time viewer, has said, don't you think all these cameo leaks can ruin the enjoyment of the actual movie? What do you guys think?
No. No. Sometimes. I do like. Remember when you used to watch something and so-and-so's in this? Like that used to happen a lot more. But through social media and just the access to information, everything's. I think that the last thing to do that was what? Spider-Man. When we went to see Spider-Man, we weren't sure who was in what.
but that was a little different because they didn't leak it. They were like, are they going to show up? Are they not going to show up?
Well, but this is what I'm saying. Still, just having that.
Whereas this one is blatantly saying, Hugh Jackman's coming, Elektra's coming. Who else? There's even Ben Affleck, because Daredevil's coming back apparently.
Oh, is it?
That's rumored. I think they've jumped in that rumor because they've got Jennifer Garner. It's like, well, if she's coming back, they're gonna have him back.
They've actually seen him on set.
Seriously?
Yeah, they've seen him on set. Yeah. So
okay.
looks like a lot of people are coming back. So I think Leon might be right when he says that there's a element of multiverse in there, because obviously they're trying to mesh everything together now in the MCU, innit? So
yeah.
Well, they've already said that the film's going to be basically like the multiverse travels of Logan and Deadpool anyway. So because I know Campy was harping about the fact he doesn't want it to be another complete multiverse film, just like a quick in joke. But they've already said, like, I mean, have you seen the Wolverine leak today?
Yeah, with the costume. Yeah, I've seen it.
So Jackman's rocking the traditional yellow costume from the comic book, though it's a bit different. But yeah, he's rocking the yellow suit.
Yeah,
which
it looks a bit different from the actual yellow suit he wears in the comics, but it's more accurate than the other costume he's worn. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I personally, it doesn't ruin it for me, but I can see how it could ruin it for other people. But I guess it's how well it's done, because obviously, with the Flash, it ruined it for a lot of people. And then when they went to watch the film and they saw how poorly they used these characters coming back, it just ruined it even more. So I'm guessing that people who are seeing that and then looking at this are thinking it could be the same sort of thing. But we know Marvel can usually do it better than DC. So, you know. But
all in the game. He's saying that Garner recently worked with Reynolds and Sean Levy on the Adam Project.
Yeah, Adam Project.
Did you see the Adam Project?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
I liked it. I enjoyed it as well.
It was good. The little kid was really good as well. He does like a very good version of a young Ryan Reynolds. So he's got like his quips down. He's got his comedy styles down. He's very, very good. Yeah, so I enjoyed that. But that's one of the reasons why I thought she was in it. I thought, maybe Sean Levy reached out, because obviously Sean Levy directed that as well. So it's like, okay, maybe he reached out and he got on board. Because at that point, I'm thinking like, well, go and get, Mark Ruffalo, get the Hulk on board in this one. I want to see the Hulk in this, because Ruffalo was in that as well.
Yeah.
So I want to see Ruffalo in this, but I think it's good. I would love to see Matthew Cox's Daredevil appear as well. I want to see that.
Jennifer Garner's been very, very vocal for the last few years about her wishing she did Elektra with Kevin Feige at the helm, as he is now with the MCU projects, obviously. She's been very vocal about that, like quite a lot. So I think this is really because now this is under Kevin Feige. This is now a dream come true for her. So she's going to be relishing this. And to be fair, do you know what? I always liked her as Elektra. I didn't feel I felt like the film wasn't great, but that wasn't her fault. She did her job, and I always liked her as Elektra. As Leon said, even the Daredevil film, it wasn't a great film.
No,
but I do have a soft spot for that film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
many bullseye in that film. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and the fact that they had a black kingpin.
yeah.
Which I'm not.
Clark Duncan played that well.
I'm just saying that it was a bit more comic accurate in terms of physique.
Yeah. You could have had a more beefier dude than Clark Duncan at that point.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this personally. I really like Jennifer Garner as an actress. I loved her when I first saw her in. First time I ever saw her was in Alias. Yeah, she did a great job in Alias, and I've liked her in everything I've seen her since, to be honest. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her in this and seeing the whole gang. And I've got a feeling this one might be introducing mutants because of the whole X-Men. Yeah.
They need to. If they don't introduce mutants at this point, it's like you're bringing Wolverine in. We know that Professor X and Magneto are going to be popping up in this as well. So that's already been mentioned. It wouldn't actually surprise me if, like, you know, Storm appears at one point, because she's already made a few tweets that she's put out, one or two tweets she's put out, rocking a certain haircut. So that wouldn't shock me at all. So yeah, I think you probably will see a lot of them in here. Whether this is the one to introduce them properly, I don't know. But I definitely think that you're going to see a lot more than just her pop up. I think at the moment they're leaking a few, but I got this feeling that there's going to be a lot of them in there.
Yeah, you could be right, man. You could be right.
Because if they're doing multiverses, they just pop up. Hey, isn't that? Yeah, bye. Literally just that. That's all you need.
Yeah. It's all in the game is saying that this movie and Secret Wars will be a massive send-off to that Fox X-Men universe before Feige introduces the new MCU X-Men. Possibly. And Paul Rumor, Fox live action Fantastic Four Mike cameo.
Yes, Paul, good to see you, man.
Stream running smooth, even rocking the topic titles. That's all due to Leon over there.
Oh yeah, Leon he's in charge. He's largely in charge today.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
I mean, what do you think of that, Damien? About the old send off?
Which one was that? Which comment was that?
All in the game.
The Secret Wars will be a massive
send off to Fox X-Men universe.
Yeah.
That is possible. I have not actually kept on the last 2 episodes yet. So I mean, from Secret Invasion, but Secret Wars, I think Secret Invasion, but Secret Wars, the film, or is it going to be 2 films or 1?
No, that's going to be the next Avengers film after Kang Dynasty.
So is it going to be a 2-parter?
I don't think so. I don't think so. There's going to be Kang Dynasty and then Avengers Secret Wars.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, yeah, it definitely can work. I'd be on board for that. But it's like, what X-Men are we going to get in? What mutants are we going to get in? Are they going to bring them in during Secret Wars? Or is it going to basically be a thing of they just introduce them in a cameo when it's done? Like, I'd like to know how integral they are for that. Because I think that's going to get everyone on board.
Well,
if you got Hugh Jackman back now...
If I don't get picked for Luke Cage, then I want Bishop as an X-Men. I want Bishop.
Bro, if they don't give me Iron Fist, they can give me a toupee and I'll be the Wolverine. I'm 5'9". Larry can get me in shape. Don't worry about it.
You're already in shape, you fool.
Chicken and broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What do you think, Leon, about this?
I'm thinking I'll be back in a minute.
What are you doing, bro? He's dodging up.
I don't know what he's doing, but do you know what? Actually, now that I think, because I never really gave much thought to Secret Wars, but now that I think about Secret Wars, that could definitely be, because thinking about how Secret Wars happened in the comics, that could definitely be an in to bringing in the new MCU X-Men. Because Secret Wars takes place in a deserted sort of planet, and it's certain heroes that are fighting each other on this planet. So you kind of saw remnants of Secret Wars in the 90s animated Spider-Man cartoon. I don't know if you watched it that far, but there was a Secret Wars. There was a version of Secret Wars on there where Spider-Man had to pick his team, and they all had to battle. What's it called? Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom stealing Silver Surfer's powers.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, I missed that episode.
Yeah,
this is when we know that the comic book guy comes out immediately and like, yeah, we know what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah. We're back.
All in the game. Idris Elba rocking the dreads in Thor Ragnarok look perfect for Bishop. Yeah, but he's Bishop's supposed to be hench like
me. He did you dirty like dirty.
Bishop's supposed to be hench like me. Come on, all in the game.
He did.
You did me dirty, bro.
He did you dirty, like. He did you dirty.
Unless you're saying I look better for Luke Cage, then that's all good. That's all good.
Yeah.
Look, Idris had his day. Idris had his day.
Yeah. It just needs to share the limelight now, man.
Yeah, man. How many films is Idris gonna be? I mean, come on, man. Yeah.
About LOL?
Nah, for real, like I'm looking forward to that, and I think it could be an in to bring that in. But I'm really looking forward to this Deadpool 3 I think it's going to be off the hook. I think it's going to go mad. I think they're even going to bring in elements of the old Deadpool that Ryan Reynolds played. You know, that shitty one in the Wolverine film.
Well, they did that in was it the end of the first Deadpool? Was it?
Deadpool
where's the one
2.
who does the outtakes? He goes, "Yeah, Deadpool 2." He goes up and kills him, which I thought was brilliant.
Yeah.
Goes to the bar, just shoots him in the head. It's like, "You're welcome." Yeah, Green Lantern's that was brilliant. But this is like the thing, like by saying like, oh, is it going to get a bit over convoluted and stuffed to the brim because of bringing everyone in? The thing with Daredevil that works is you can literally just have a movie of them doing that for 2 hours, and you're going to have fun with it because you don't have to worry about it really being tied into any specific plotline or narrative with Marvel, because it's just Deadpool in his universe having fun. And I think that's what it's going to be. It's going to almost be like, them doing the rounds of like going back to the last 20 years of Marvel going, hey, look what happened here. Look what happened here. Look what happened here. Do you remember this shit? I will sit through 2 hours of that.
100%.
I'll happily do that.
100%. If it's done in the same vein as the other 2 Deadpool films, then I've got no problem with that. No problem with that. And we already know it's going to be R-rated anyway, so.
Yeah.
I want to see the Hulk come back, eat Wolverine. Wolverine explodes out of his chest, and I'm all happy.
Oh, there you go.
Right. That's a classic comic story there, boy. Yeah. Will it be All in the Game is asking, will it be the second R-rated movie after Joker to cross $1 billion? Ooh.
Well, the sequel did better than the first one box office wise, right? I think it did.
I'm not sure.
It did.
They both did well though.
I think it's gonna do it.
You think it's gonna cross $1 billion?
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
That's
Ryan's a winner, Ryan and Deadpool's a winner.
That's
Deadpool's his. It's all his.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second one made 3 million more.
It made 3 million. So pretty much the same then.
So what was the first one? I never heard. Okay, there you go.
2.6, and the second one was 7.
Yeah.
I think it will be same ballpark.
It could do $1 billion though, with Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine.
That's the thing as well. That's the little touch.
That's been the fan casting like for ages, isn't it? They wanted to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, together in the film. So they finally done it. They're giving the fans what they want. So hopefully,
and that's probably why. Go on.
No, go on.
That's probably why the leaking all the new cast coming out now, because with Spider-Man they didn't have to do it because Spider-Man's always been a franchise that will hit $1 billion. Right. It doesn't matter what you say about it because number one, with Deadpool is one of the ones that people didn't expect it, I don't think, to make 780, and then it was so damn good they went, oh shit. And the second one came out, made just as much. So I think with this one it's like, right, we want to crack that $1 billion, but how do we do it? Let's be different with our marketing. Let's start to slowly drip out who's going to be in this. We've mentioned that Patrick Stewart's coming back. We've mentioned Ian McKellen's coming in. Who else can we throw out there and just hang it on a hook, dangle it a little bit, dangle the carrot, get people involved. So I think that's what they're doing with Jennifer Garner, dangling the carrot out there. I think in 2 or 3 weeks more time, I wouldn't put it past them for every 3 or 4 weeks, there'll be another actor be mentioned.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Look, here's Michael Fassbender coming back. Here's McAvoy coming in for a second, here's Vinnie Jones coming in. We're going to kill him off in 3 seconds.
God, no.
Not Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones.
No, they should bring him in just to kill him in a quick second. Just bring him in and then get the Juggernaut from the other Deadpool just to squish him and be like, shut up, and then walk off.
Man said Vinnie Jones. Lord.
So Paul is saying Kevin Feige needs to cameo. He produced 2001's X-Men. It would be hilarious. I didn't know he produced that, actually.
No.
I didn't know he produced that.
Napoleon trailer. Anyone seen that?
No, I was going to mention to you guys earlier, actually, because it's Joaquin Phoenix, isn't it? Isn't it? Is it Ridley Scott, Napoleon? I forget who directed it. I think it's Ridley Scott.
I'm not sure. But it's something we'll catch up on anyway. We'll catch up on. Yeah. But, yeah, man. I mean, listen, I think we're all looking forward to this Deadpool 3. I say bring on the cameos.
Bring on the cameos.
Well,
yeah.
And get the 3 of us in there for a cameo. We'll play anyone.
Yeah, they need to know us first. They only know
Oh,
Larry.
All in the Game saying it's Ridley Scott.
Oh,
Napoleon.
okay.
Yeah.
But you know that's gonna
Ridley.
be most likely good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ridley Market.
Yeah. Ridley
Ridley.
For those that don't get that joke, it's a London one right there.
Yeah, you got to be in London to know about
that's
Ridley
a Hackney
Market.
one. Let's say that's a Hackney one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a Hackney one right there.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. I mean, unless we got anything else to say about that one, I think we can move on.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
What is Damien doing, scumbag?
I don't know.
I went to get some water, damn it. I got some water. I'm back. I went to get some water. I'm here.
There is no water for you.
There was a commercial break. I got time.
Yeah, that's my little comment. You know what? That's just so I know where to cut them.
Oh, for
Yeah,
and
nice,
then we
nice,
upload like individuals.
Yeah, man.
See, Leon is like, he's in charge now. That's what I'm saying. When Leon wants to find out about something, he finds out about it. So I do nothing but tip my hat to you, bro.
Thanks, man. Right, so
Yeah.
That man.
Shang-Chi 2, the latest victim of MCU's frustrating post. What's it? Post Endgame. I don't know what I've written there.
Post Endgame.
Post. But don't worry, we're on the way up. All right. So what's going? This is on screen, Ran.
Okay.
So let's see what is being said. Right, the newest Shang-Chi 2 update continues the most frustrating MCU pattern that began in the aftermath of Avengers Endgame and Marvel's Phase 4. Right. The newest update for Marvel Studios Shang-Chi 2 is rather frustrating, continuing an annoying MCU trend that began in the aftermath of Avengers Endgame. A persistent problem in the recently concluded Phase 4 and now the start of Phase 5. Marvel has fallen into the bad habit of debuting new heroes and events with next to no confirmed follow-up, such as update regarding Shang-Chi 2 sadly continues this ongoing issue for the MCU and its ongoing multiverse saga. As recently confirmed by Shang-Chi's, titular actor Sin Lu on the threads, it seems Shang-Chi 2 won't be happening until after the next crossover film, Avengers Kang Dynasty. However, because the upcoming Avengers film was recently pushed back to 2026, it will be even longer before Shang-Chi is seen in its own movie again. Though the hope would be that it will appear with the rest of the Avengers. He'll appear with the rest of the Avengers. Regardless the fact that this is the most concrete sequel information available for the successful movie that came out in 2021. Blah, blah, blah. What else is saying? Such a long delay is even more bizarre considering the fact that Shang-Chi was so well received back in 2021, largely seen as one of the best movies Phase 4 had to offer. Do we agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Real quick in the chat. AM, sorry, bro. Yeah, we've kind of finished that story now, but do check back. Leon's going to upload our thoughts on the AJ White fight, so do check back on that one, AM. But yeah, sorry, we just missed that one, bro.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so there ain't nothing more to report. Like it's just MC. You know, Larry, come on, man. You're the guy.
Yeah, man. It's getting very frustrating. This whole delay. Yeah. See, All in the Game just wrote Shang-Chi writer and director Destin Daniel Creighton could end up directing both Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Plus, he's heavily involved with the MCU Wonder Man Disney Plus show. with Yahya Abdul-Mateen too. Busy boy. Yeah, and that you see, there's a whole host of reasons as to why these delays are happening. They're keeping my boy very busy. That's one. What's really, I think, the last few weeks has been the writer's strike. That's pushed a lot of MCU projects back quite a bit.
Yeah.
Including Daredevil, which they were actually shooting now. And Blade, if you remember, we even did a story on that.
Yeah,
Blade is now well behind as well. Not that it was well behind before the writer's strike, even happened. And now it looks like Shang-Chi 2 is suffering the same effect. Which we spoke about the Flash. We mentioned that how they took too long to release this film, especially Leon. Leon was very vocal about that, and you're right. And I feel like the same is happening with Shang-Chi. People are caring less about these characters because you're taking so long to follow up on them. Do you know what I mean? So especially the people that are not really into the comics, they're not going to care too much about. I mean, they'll care because like you said, Shang-Chi was a well-received film. It was a very good film. And, people that are not into the comics especially are going to want to see a quick follow-up, which, 2-3 years maximum. But now, I mean, that came out 2001. Now we're going to wait 6 years for another film with Shang-Chi in it. I mean, it's too long. It's too long. What do you guys think?
Well,
this is my thing. It's like, how old is Simu Lee going to be? I mean, yeah, he's a young boy now, but they wanted to explore him getting to grips with the rings as a young man. That was supposed to be, from what I remember, the narrative going in for the actual plot of the second one. So is it going to be the same issue we've got with Blade? It's like, Mahershala Ali's going to be rocking up with 2 canes, being about to throw a kick by the time they press start on the camera. So that's my concern with that one. It's just like, at what point are we going to say, strike the iron while it's hot? The iron was hot 3 years ago with this film. Yeah. As you rightfully said, it drummed up so much attention. And even though it came out at the kind of a peak of when we're coming out of COVID, it still garnered enough traction, people to go, yeah, Marvel's on the right track. They've fallen off, but like, you need to get back on the horse real quick. And like, having a Shang-Chi 2, if it's as good as the first one, that's one of the things that gets you there. That's a character that people are buying into now. If you look off the back of what they got now on Disney Plus or American Chinese, people want to see martial arts fantasy films. And in Marvel, they hit the right chord when they brought out Shang-Chi, and off the back of Everything All at Once winning the Oscar and the rest of it, it's got that right market, and it's open up to the Western audience. So I think that's a film I need to make now. I don't think they can keep sitting on that. And do we need the plot lines of what happens in the other films to really tie into this? Is it going to be like, it's only a quick cameo at the end of the movie that ties it into all the other narrative threads? Because if it is, I'd rather see the film now.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to have to go and wait and see Secret Wars, Kang Dynasty to then wait for this film. Like, is it that integral to those plots? If it's not, then just do the film now.
Yeah.
I don't get that. But yeah, that's my theory in it. But yeah, Leon, what do you think?
Yeah, I think they're not capitalizing, like you said. They're not capitalizing. Shang-Chi, I knew nothing about Shang-Chi because I'm not Larry. I knew not, and then it came, and then I loved the way they filmed it. It wasn't like over the top, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, jumping on leaves and flying up the walls. Like it had a nice balance, and I really enjoyed it. And when did that come out now?
2001.
2021, not 2001. Shit.
I mean,
2021.
Sorry,
I know what you're saying. But you see how quick time goes, though. Like, we're going to be in 2024 before you know it. That's 3 years ago. Capitalize. Like you said. And then we saw that everywhere all at once and nothing and something and kind of... Like, that was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. So, that... I want some of that.
Yeah.
And I want it now, God damn
it! Yeah, I kind of feel like, in general, Marvel are doing too much. Yeah. They are doing too much. Like, they've got some of the projects that I feel that are not needed, like they've got that Agatha show coming. I don't think we need to see that. Why do we need to see that? And then they've got another one that we don't really need. I forgot what it's called now. They've got a couple of shows that they're just pumping too much. They're putting lots of money in it, and there's no need for it. And instead of doing that, they could be doing a Shang-Chi too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's getting a bit. Yeah, I think I don't know who's making the. Obviously, it's Kevin Feige making the decisions, but I think he needs to now really start capitalizing on the characters and the projects that are going to make money and a lot more sense. Yeah. Agatha is dead. Like, it doesn't make sense doing, you know what I mean? Doing a Disney Plus show just for her. It makes no sense. There was another one, I forget the name, but there was another Disney Plus show that's coming, and it's like, why? And let's go even further afield. What about all the other characters have already done shows for? Why aren't we getting any follow-up on them? Like Moon Knight. We all enjoyed Moon Knight. I want to see a follow-up to Moon Knight. What's going on?
But this was the thing. I think we enjoyed Moon Knight, but I think it wasn't as well received as Marvel was kind of hoping for. So a lot of people kind of fell off the last episode. But I mean, going to your point, like you've got obviously the Marvels, Echo coming out, Ironheart's coming out.
That's another one. People don't really care about the Echo show.
I'm not gonna lie, I do want to see it. I just me. I do want to see it.
But generally speaking, people don't really. They're not that bothered about it. And the money that they're gonna pump into an Echo show, like, because think about this. The Daredevil shows is rumored to be about 18 episodes. You could do plenty with Echo in that. She doesn't need her own show.
Yeah.
I don't think she's strong enough to carry her own show. To be fair,
that's another thing, because they haven't done enough background on her for like you said to carry her own show. So that's what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying about Moon Knight, but all these other, like Shang-Chi, for instance, the what you're pumping into an Echo show or an Agatha show, you should be doing that with Shang-Chi. You know, I mean, listen, they know more than I do, but I'm just speaking from a fan's perspective. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, no, but you speak sense, because the thing is, you go back and you look at how they started off. It wasn't this oversaturated, let's get everything out straight away. Like, they had one film every 2 years when they first started out, with first Iron Man. So I think they need to get back to that. They need to get back to doing good, well-told stories that managed to basically cross, you know, the cinematic universe in regards to, we can do comedy, we can do straight, we can do drama, and we can mold those all together and produce quality cinema. And that's what they were doing for the first 20 films, and they fell off. And the thing is, when you look at, I mean, I'm just going to go down the projects that are coming out now. You've literally got, in the next few years, you've got the Marvels coming out, Loki Season 2, Echo Season 1, Ironheart, Agatha Covenant of Chaos, Daredevil Born Again, Deadpool 3, Captain America, Thunderbolts, Blade, Phase 6 and Beyond, Fantastic Four, Armor Wars, Shang-Chi 2, Spider-Man 4, Avengers Kang Dynasty, Avengers Secret Wars, Wonder Man, Wakanda television series, an untitled Okoye series, which I'd be interested to see that one, definitely. A Scarlett Johansson untitled project, apparently, that's coming out. I don't know why.
Why? She's done.
Why, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
You've got Nova, Vision Quest as a series. I mean, that's what 18 projects has raffled off there?
Yeah.
It's like, just focus on your next 4.
Yeah.
That's what Rotten Tomatoes is listening to. Just focus on your next 4 or 5. You know, get them right. Get them right. And then, I'm not saying don't plan, but like, keep them quiet, have that written down somewhere, but see how the next 4 or 5 go, because you guys need to get back on the train, because you fell off it a while ago. So
yeah.
We see what Paul.
Sorry. Let me go to Paul first. Paul says, remember Shang-Chi offended China. Disney is doing a sequel anytime soon. They're Brock. Yeah, but
the thing is, China didn't.
It wasn't actually Shang-Chi that offended China. It was Simu Liu.
Yeah.
He made certain comments prior to that, so it wasn't the actual Shang-Chi film. It was Simu Liu.
And I hear him, but like, how much money did China really make for Spider-Man? Like, it was hitting $1 billion either there or not. You know, they didn't release 4 over there, and even though 4 wasn't a great movie, that still made 800 plus million or 700 plus million.
Yeah.
You know, that didn't go to China. So I see his point.
All in the game is saying, got to remember, Feige was mandated by Disney executives to provide a lot of content for Disney Plus to attract retained subs. He's very right, but that was actually a Chapek thing. And now that Chapek's gone, hopefully...
Remove the mandate.
Well, do you know what? I don't even mind stuff being on Disney Plus because it doesn't mean it has to be a series. Because even if you're going to do... Although I do feel Shang-Chi belongs in a cinema. But even if you don't have time... Like, you can do... Even if you're going to do a show, do a Shang-Chi show. Or do a show which has a lot of Shang-Chi in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, for instance, the way they ended Shang-Chi with him going off with Wong... Like, do a show with him and Wong.
I'd tune into that every day. The dynamics of that would be great.
That would be hilarious. Do you know what I mean?
He was the best thing in She-Hulk. Like, literally, bring back Wong, damn it.
Do you know what I mean? But you see, the way it looks, I don't know, but the way it looks compared to the Infinity Saga, the Infinity Saga looked like it was managed, planned very well, down to a T. They knew what they were doing, and they didn't deviate from that. It looks like they're not 100% sure what the plan is with this multiverse saga. And then they're chopping and changing as they go along. Now, don't get me wrong. There's been a lot of obstacles in their way, like the writer's strike, probably an actor's strike coming soon as well, with the SAG, you know what I mean? Because they haven't negotiated their terms yet. And then obviously other bits and pieces with directors and so on and so forth. So I understand that there's been a lot of obstacles, but at the same time, it just feels to me that the level of planning that they had for the Infinity Saga is not there for the Multiverse Saga. I mean, what do you guys feel?
I'm just seeing what Damien is. Damien, what are you doing?
Nah, my phone's dying, so it's in charge right now. I got to turn it in landscape, damn it. Having technical difficulties. Don't worry, we're back.
See. What was that? Paul, it was a larger plan with Chapek had to do due to COVID. Iger is the architect for Disney current failures and the greenlit.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
The Coming to America references, you gotta have them every show, man. Yeah, man. But
Liam will drop at least 20 when he can, trust me.
Yeah. I mean, I hear what Paul's saying, and he's right. But I mean, do you feel like the planning has been there for the Multiverse Saga, like it has been for the Infinity Saga? Because I don't feel it has.
No, I don't think. I think it was probably an initial really cool idea. I think someone during a board meeting went, "It'd be really cool. Like we've just lost Downey, just lost, Chris Evans. If we make a Multiverse Saga, we can bring them back." That's what I think it is. I think the nest eggs disappeared at the end of Phase 4. Was it Phase 2? Phase 2, Phase 3? What was the phase when they disappeared? I forget now. Phase 3. Phases.
Phase 3.
Phase 3. So they lost the nest eggs at the end of Phase 3, and it's like, right, how can we bring them back in without being like, oh, it was all a dream? So, multiverse.
I used to read Word Up magazine.
2 pages back. Let's do it. No, it was one of the things where I just think they were really kind of lazy with their ideas of what we can do going forward, and it probably sounded fun at the time to go, let's do multiverse. And someone went, yeah, but how are we really going to carry that off? And I went, shut up, we'll carry it off, it's fine. And now they're sitting there going, you know what, you were right. Did you have any ideas? Because what's that? It's one of those. So yeah. What do you think?
I mean, all in the game says they should have retained Marcus and McFeely, who helped write the Cap movies. Infinity War and Endgame to help plan this new saga. I 100% agree. 100% agree. There's a few writers that actually should be back on there. Yeah. I think the chopping. See, this is part of what I'm talking about with the chopping and changing. Like, if you've got, as we always say, all of us, especially Leon, though, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You've had great writers like Marcus and McFeely for the Infinity Saga, it's gone great. Why are you now changing it? Use the same writers. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you've got a winning team, why are you changing it?
Well, this is it.
You know?
If your striker's scoring, why, put him on.
For real.
Simple as
So
that.
I just don't. I mean, I hope they come better, and I'm hoping they will. I mean, I think they will. I mean, certain projects that are coming, I'm excited for, and hopefully when all of this is behind Jonathan Majors, he can really concentrate on this Kang Dynasty, which I think is going to be really good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think they will come good, but it just goes to show you that there might not be any room for the Netflix characters that they brought over. Do you know what I mean? Because remember, all the time they were saying, "Oh, we're gonna stick them into the MCU. We're gonna stick them into the MCU." How? What, in the next 50 years?
Yeah,
this
is it.
Did they
Paul
say
said losing the Russo brothers really hurts Marvel.
But did they lose them though? They'll be back.
Yeah, well, they're trying to pull them over to DC. I know there's been a few little, again, dangling the carrot, because I think James Gunn had a sit down with them and talking about how much he loved the work they've done and stuff. So I think he is trying to poach them from what I've seen. But yeah, I think I think if you give them the right material, they'll come back. But then again, it wasn't so much the Russo brothers that the script they didn't do. They just directed the shit out of both those films.
Yeah.
Yeah, they directed the absolute shit out of it. Well, 3 films, because including Civil War. But I think that they've got a lot of decent enough directors on there. If we haven't learned anything from Daniel Cretton, it's like you can put a director out of nowhere. Again, we've only got to look at Black Panther. You give a director who's got passion for it enough, enough time to do what they want to do with it, and you'll create a masterpiece. So I don't think you necessarily need to have them back. It'd be nice. But I don't think having them back or not having them back is going to be the answer to your question. You can.
Yeah, it's not going to be the difference, is it?
Nah.
Yeah.
Big up Bakes Online, picking up the GRP.
Yes. Big up. Yeah, I agree with you. Actually, I think it's more the script writers than the directors, because the directors have to have a good script to work with. No matter how good a director you are, if you've got a crappy script, your movie's not going to be great. All in the game. See, he agrees. Their writers are more important.
Yeah, the writers. Yeah, writers are everything. Writers
so pay them, damn it.
Something
Writers Guild.
Phenomenal. Yeah. Right.
Well, that's why this writer strike is so important, man. And if they don't sort this out, it's going to ruin a lot of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because they're going to have such a backlog. I mean, they've already said that The Boys season 4 is delayed because of it. Umbrella Academy season 4 is delayed because of it. Cobra Kai, the next season of Cobra Kai is delayed because of it. So many things are delayed because of this writer strike. Because apparently, and they were going to do this. I'm surprised Deadpool 3 is actually shooting still, because apparently, even though the script is locked, a lot of actors like to improvise, and if they're with the WGA, that counts as writing the script.
Yeah, so Ryan Reynolds can't improvise. Ryan Reynolds is not allowed to improvise on set.
I don't know how that's going to go down. Ryan Reynolds is the improvisation done.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, Marvel encouraged that. This is why a lot of their projects are going haywire now. So, I mean, that's why Batista's been a beast for Marvel in Guardians of the Galaxy, because a lot of his stuff, a lot of these one-liners are all improvised.
Yeah.
What was that? Bates Online says, I would love to write for TV, but no idea where to start. Got the idea, characters, plot. Good idea. Would love your thoughts, guys. Go on, Damien. You feel that one.
First thing you need to do, well, speaking from the perspective of all of us having written before, and both these two sitting on some Dynamite scripts at the moment, which need to be picked up, damn it.
Thank you.
It's one of those things that if you've got a great idea, then you just need to make sure you put it in the hands of the right person. It's all about how you pitch it and who you pitch it to. Unfortunately, and we all speak on this from experience, this game is not about what you know, it's who you know. So you could be sat there with the best script in the house and you'll pass it around every single person on the table. And then it's the person not in the room that you don't know that will say yes to it and will actually open that door for you. So it's a hard one, man. What we'll say is just get it tested if you can. If you've got the scripts written, like do some open calls for a reading. Or go and get it up on its feet. Even do like an online reading. Invite people, get a few actors that will do it. If it's a good enough script, and if you put it up onto, even if it's like, I don't want to say, but mandy.com, if you put it out there and just advertise for, hey, I'm doing a read through of my script. Will you please come? I'd like to invite some actors, and just hearing it and getting them to hear it first, and then after you do that, then get some people to come down and see if you can do like a cheap shoot of it. Get a few students.
And we are actors.
Yeah, so there's that as well.
And we read quite well. Some better than
we
others.
do on occasion. Yes, on occasion. And the thing is, this is the thing as well. Go on then.
Go on.
No, just to your point, like from the three of us, if we know someone and we've read the script and we like it and we think there's someone that could help you out, by all means, I don't mind passing it to someone. Like, we all know a few directors, so I mean, I just went down to see a good friend of mine's work this weekend up in Liverpool, Mike Clark. Big him up. Light Through Colour Glass is great.
Big up, Mike.
But but like if you've got a decent enough script, there's people in the industry that want to help you, they'll pass it on. But again, it's about who you know or people that can help. So, and we've all said this. Unfortunately, in this game, people that are willing to help, there's not as many of them out there. So that's the shitty thing about this industry. But yeah.
But you said that you've got everything sorted out. So just write it, get it written, get it done. You said you would love to write for TV, but no idea where to start. Got the idea, characters, plot, blah blah blah. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it, and send it this way.
He's thanking us.
Yeah, do it.
No, you're welcome.
Way, we could even read it through here. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Put it up on the next live. We'll read it for you.
That's it. We're not playing around. We're here to help whoever, and whoever can help us. It is what it is.
I'm gonna steal every idea now, I'm joking.
Yeah, we ain't teeth like that. We're not on the teeth thing, right? Are we done with this one?
I guess we are.
Right, wait there. It's not over yet. The party is not finished. After these messages.
Yes.
Right, people, what's up? How we doing?
What is Spider-Man here? Yeah. Spider-Boy! Right,
Spider-Boy's in the house.
Spider-Boy. All right, listen, I just want to see the Napoleon trailer quickly. So let's just put it up, see what it's saying in real quick.
Let me turn
up the sound, rude boy. Tell me when you're ready to go.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
No doubt you'll send the chaos in the streets. We must make an example, or France will fall. What would you do if this assignment of defense was transferred to you?
I promise you brilliant successes.
What is this costume you have on?
This is my uniform. I led the French victory at Toulon.
His life has changed. Napoleon.
I'm destined for greatness. But those in power will only see me as a sword.
I suggest you take the throne as a king.
Shall we vote?
This villain has held hostage with his egotism and his lack of simple good manners.
You think you're great? You are just a tiny little brute that is nothing without me.
All of Europe is uniting forces against me.
What's the outcome of this if you don't succeed?
Your Majesty, we are discovered. Good. I'm the first to admit when I make a mistake. I simply never do.
Well, Rex Bad Boy Banner in the house.
What's up, Rex?
Rexy Priest and Shabba. Right.
So what do you think?
Not a lot. No. You know what? Just because my man's in it, I'm a massive fan. Joaquin, he's a bad boy actor. Like
One of the best, man. One of the best.
He's so. It's not. First thing I want to know: was Napoleon taller than Damien? No, I'm joking.
He had more of a gut than me, I'd say that once. No.
Yeah. Well, you're six packed off. You're that guy. Baywatch, brother. No, but you know what? He doesn't jump into shitty projects.
No,
so
never has.
On the basis that he's in it, and he's taken the time, I'm watching it. Yeah. Because I love what he does. Do I really want to know it? No, I'm not particularly, but I think it'll be good. It'll be a good watch, and I might learn something. Might not. Might learn nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm watching it because Joaquin's in it. End of. Right. Damien.
You know what? It looks like classic Ridley for me. Like it had a weird feeling of Scorsese's Gangs of New York the first 15, 20 seconds of it for some reason. I don't know why. Then it went just classic Ridley after that. But no, I mean, just to Leon's point, Joaquin Phoenix is in there. So, he doesn't pick a Butters project. He's going to be on board for something that's decent.
Correct.
Hopefully this is Ridley firing all cylinders because he's not really been doing it as of late. Even the one he did with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, the last, whatever it was called, that apparently the editing wasn't that great and it fell apart in the third act. I haven't seen it, to be fair. But it looks solid. I mean, I've never really studied much about Napoleon growing up. I know he was a great war strategist and the rest of it and the annexation from France, but I don't really know much about him. So it's something that if it hopefully is a bit of a history lesson, like Leon said, where we learn something from it, I would like to. But yeah, it looks solid. Cinematography looks good, as per usual, Ridley. It should be.
Yeah, Ridley's the guy.
Yeah, man, I'm interested. I know quite a bit about Napoleon because I like the history stuff. So
that's your thing.
Yeah, I do like that stuff. So I know a bit about him. I wonder if they're gonna do the whole romance with his wife Josephine, because that was a big part of his story as well. Especially when he was exiled. I think because he became emperor twice, I think. But anyway, by the by, yeah. But he's got a very interesting story, and I'm glad someone like Joaquin, who's very good at nuanced performances, is doing this because he's going to do this justice. So, I'm looking forward to this, man. And obviously Ridley Scott, like you said, Damien, the cinematography is off the chain as per usual with his films.
Yeah.
You have to look at Gladiator and all the others. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. And I think it's big thumbs up for me. I want to see it.
Yeah, thumbs up. All in the game saying Joaquin Phoenix was first choice for Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he was. But he didn't want to be in a franchise. He doesn't like
you know what?
A sequel.
If I'm honest, I don't think it's his thing.
It's not.
No.
I mean,
This is his thing. This is his thing.
He had to be forced to do. Well, not
do
forced,
Joker 2.
Persuaded to do Joker 2.
I get it.
Yeah, he really
and the Joker 2, that's quite niche as well. That kind of superhero enemy, blah blah blah. Like it's not. It's not his thing. It's not his thing.
Yeah. I think he would have done a great job. I think he would have done an even better job than Cumberbatch.
Yeah, but I understand his integrity and that it's not his thing. You know what I mean? And if he's not feeling it, he's not feeling it.
Well, he's at the stage where he doesn't have to do projects for money, you know. So he's made plenty of money, so he can do.
Simu Liu's going to be in the new Barbie movie, by the way.
Yeah, he's going to be.
He's playing one of the Ken. Yeah, he's one of the Kens.
Because they're doing a whole bunch of Kens.
What?
Like,
Hadouken!
Huh? What did he say?
Hadouken. He's talking Street Fighter over here.
Ryu and Ken.
Yeah, because I think even the guy from Secret Invasion, the villain, is playing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Bob Marley's in there. So, yeah.
So they got a whole bunch of
Kens. Yeah, Kingsley Ben Adir's in there. I had no idea he's from London, by the way.
No. You didn't know he's from London?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Didn't no idea. Yeah.
Like you said, sorry, go on.
No, there's a lot of hype around this Barbie thing.
Yeah, but that's usually a red flag. For something like Barbie, that's usually
the thing is, we know Damien will be there first.
Always. I want to see Gosling in his pink shirt. I want to see it. Yeah. I can't see him in his pink shirt.
Oh, man.
Well, apparently it's had very strong first reactions.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think that was on Hollywood Reporter. I read that.
Okay.
Yeah. First reaction to single out Ryan Gosling as a scene stealer deserving of an Oscar, apparently. Really?
Oscar for Barbie. Allow it.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's a bit much, but
let's not get carried away with ourselves here.
You know what I mean? Like Oscar, you know, for Barbie. Come on, man.
But so anyway, it was about Napoleon. I don't know how we got into Barbie. That's me and stupidness. I don't even know.
We were reading the comics, isn't it? We were reading the comics.
Oh yeah. Simu. Oh yeah. All in the game. It's you.
Yeah, man.
Listen. I'm gonna miss everybody.
Yes,
and I'm gonna miss everybody. I
was gonna say, did you guys want to do an answer to Chris Blumsted's 10 top exercises? But
10 top.
Because everyone's jumping on that right now. So
go on in.
Greg Duchette's jumped on there.
Wait. Yo, what you doing? Going to sleep, Larry? Have you made your bed this time?
I think he's literally sat on his bed, so he just fall right back.
Yeah, I think he was just there since last week. So, what's this topic, Chris?
Yeah, what is this?
So Chris Bumstead basically was put on the spot during the interview recently, and he said if you were only able to choose 10 exercises, what are the 10 best exercises you would choose to get your body in the best physique? And since he's put that online, everyone's come out. Athlete X, Greg Duchette, everyone's been coming out and doing their 10 top lists of best exercises. So I kind of wanted to get Larry's 2 cents and Leon, yours, what would be your top 10 exercises? If you only had 10 to do, what would be your top 10 exercises to get in the best shape possible?
Well, let's hear what his top 10 is first.
So squat is his first one, though he does say that if he could do just to basically help for his knees, he would prefer a Smith machine squat because, just for longevity and everything else, he'd start to move away from the barbell and go to a Smith machine squat. So squats is number 1. Deadlift, obviously number 2 for that, just in regards to targeting his hamstrings and it's more glute and back focused. Then he turned around and said pull up, but for a neutral grip, which I agree with the neutral grip because obviously it's less issues with the shoulders. Then he's got an incline dumbbell press, seated dumbbell shoulder press, close grip bench press, dumbbell curl, barbell row, standing barbell row, hanging leg raise, and side laterals. So that's his top 10s.
Okay.
Right.
And there's been a few people. There's been a few guys kind of jump on him. Now, some people said like he was put on the spot, so had he been given more time, he could have said other exercises. But a few people have ripped him apart. I'm not ripped him apart, but kind of like gone at him and gone, well, I disagree with you on this, disagree with you on that one. So I was just interested, like, do you think those are the top 10 that you would pick?
Right, so squat, deadlift, pull up, incline, seated dumbbell, shoulder press, hanging.
Hanging leg raise, side lateral, barbell row.
Right.
And dumbbell curl.
Possibly. Deadlift, pull up.
Do you wanna go, Leon?
No, go on. You're the beefcake around there.
I would go squat, deadlift, bench, flat bench. That's barbell, by the way, not dumbbell.
Okay. Why are you going with barbell?
Because the whole thing with barbell is you can get more weight with the barbell, and you got less stability issues.
Yeah.
Right. So I'd always go barbell over dumbbell. I understand some people have problems with their shoulders and whatnot, and then they want to do dumbbell. That's fine, but barring any injuries, I say barbell over dumbbell.
Even though you get more range of motion when you're doing a dumbbell as opposed to barbell.
You got to pick your poison. So, do you want more range of motion, or do you want more strength and muscle mass? Because my thing is sometimes a greater range of motion is not always the best. You can put yourself in injury because if you've got the flat bench, you're getting a good range of motion anyway. You don't really get more than that. So that's my thing about the range with the range of motion. Whereas the dumbbell, you might be able to get a little bit too much more, which especially if you're using heavier weights with the dumbbell and the stability issues, can tweak an injury somewhere. So I'd always go barbell over dumbbell in that instance anyway. So I'd say barbell row as well. Barbell curl instead of dumbbell curl.
Okay.
Tricep extension or push downs because some people have elbow issues with the extension. Instead of hanging leg raises, I would say crunch because you want an exercise where most people can do. Not everyone can do hanging leg raises.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
How many did I just say there? Shoulder press is a must with the barbell.
Yeah, barbell.
I can't remember how many I've said now, so I don't know. But yeah, those are my choices. I mean, that should be enough, I guess. What do you think, Leon?
I agree, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
How could I not agree?
Well,
Dialpad is where work comes together. It gives us one beautiful.
What's going on?
He's got an advert kicking in from the Greg T-shirt.
Yeah, I was looking at Greg like because he's like, I don't agree. Like Greg, you said, you know what? It's horses for courses, isn't it? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Always got to know that the positioning of my body is set up different. Like some people are not made for squats, just standing squats. They need the Smith machine. They need a certain thing just to get comfortable. Like not everybody's built in the same way. It's like, you know, like an overhead press. Not everyone feels the same way. The pressures can be in different places. So I think it's just whatever you. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Yeah, I agree with you, Leon.
If you throw a dumbbell in the air and it gives you a big chest, then keep throwing it in the air. Like if there's no, like if you've got no injuries or anything, do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think that. Sorry, am I cutting you, Leon? Sorry.
No, go on.
Oh, yeah, I think Leon, you're right. I think even all of the exercises that I mentioned are all variations of the exercises that Chris Bumstead has mentioned. So there might be slight variations, but they're the same exercise and work the same muscles. So I think the only thing I differed was I added a tricep exercise, and I'll probably add also stiff-legged deadlift as well as a normal deadlift. But yeah, you're right, Leon. I can't really see people deviating too much from those basic staples. They've built physiques for years, those exercises.
Yeah.
So
if that's all you could go to the gym and do, you would be successful.
Speaking of which, Paul says Chris Bumstead is really a fan of broccoli and chicken to build muscle. Yeah, well, that's stating the obvious.
Ending on the topic of fitness is great, guys.
Well, you know, we got to end on a positive. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Like the thing is, we are gym dons. We might not look it right now, but bet Larry does.
For yourself, rude boy.
Larry's getting look at that. And for those not knowing what to compare that to, that's bigger than my head, which is big as it is. So yeah.
What's your choices then, Damien? Because me and Leon.
The thing is,
Damien just does Pilates and yoga. Downward dog.
The thing is, over the years, I've actually become only when you're in front of me. Only when you're in front of me.
Carry on.
Over the years, I've just become, I suppose it's a rehab thing as well, but I've just become more addicted to calisthenics. So, like, I don't mind being in the gym, but like the gym, like pushing big weight, I suppose, this hot yoga. Yeah, that's for you. That's for you all in the game, hot yoga.
Hot yoga.
Yeah, Bikram all the time. But no, for me, I've just got addicted to calisthenics. So like, I love doing like my pull-ups, my handstand press-ups, stuff like that. So I just prefer doing martial arts. So the day of me getting back in the gym and lifting heavy weights, I think with the amount of injuries I've had, from my shoulder surgery to my hip surgery to my back, it's not my thing. So like, I prefer to just go out there and knock out like 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, whatnot, and just do that and not knacking myself out. But his list makes sense to me. Again, from the foundations of what you need. The only thing I was surprised to hear, but does make a lot of sense, is going to Smith machine squat. But then again, in terms of supporting your back and everything else, that it makes sense, because as you get older, it's a.
You see, my issue with I would have preferred him to say leg press instead of a squat. The problem with the Smith machine squat is that it ends up causing more problems in the long run, because it puts you exercise your body in a 2-dimensional plane. Your body doesn't move in a 2-dimensional plane; it moves in a 3-dimensional plane.
Good point.
So,
good point.
Do you know what I mean? So in the end, you keep doing that over an extended amount of time, your body's going to develop issues, which will then lead on to injuries. You know,
the problem is.
So that's my issue with. I mean, it's always it's good to mix it up now and again with that. That's fine. But if you're going to continually, if you're saying those are the only 10 exercises I can do, so I'm going to be doing Smith machine squats for years, I'd rather do leg press.
You see, the problem. No, the problem is if you do the Smith machine and things like that all the time, you don't build your stabilizers.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
That's what Larry's saying. You don't build. So if you go slightly to the left, or you could be lifting, shopping out the car, and because you're not used to that variation, and anything can happen at any moment, you pull something, you get injured because 100%. You're not used to the freedom and the movement. I think when you're using like Smith machine, these are for bodybuilders that are just trying to target a specific area for the stage. Like, we're talking about functional, everyday, living, most of these bodybuilders arm mash. You know, we're supposed to build our legs so we can get up and down when we're 73. But these people are mashing up their legs that they're 52 and can't get up and out their chair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's about, Larry's right, like with the stabilizers, if you're going to do it, just go lighter and just make sure you can move. That's
the thing. Because because I'm very much minded like Damien, but because I only use, you all know me, I'm from a professional athlete. I come from a background of using weights to be functional, not just to build muscle mass. That building muscle mass for me is a consequence of being functional and my genetics. You know what I mean? So for me, muscle mass is not the be all and end all. That's going to come regardless of whatever I do anyway. Even if I did only calisthenics, I'll still have quite a lot of muscle mass due to my genetics. It's just the way it is. So if you're going to the gym and you're only doing 10 exercises, you want to be functional with those 10 exercises. You want those 10 exercises to aid you in whatever you're doing, whether it's sitting on the toilet, getting off the toilet. You know, that's a sport in itself. You know what I mean?
No, but it's true. You know how much people cannot get up?
That's what I'm saying.
They can't get down and tie up their own shoelace without it being a problem.
Yeah, man. And that's one of the reasons why I said stiff-legged deadlift instead of hamstring curls for your hamstrings.
Right.
Because that
gets tighter.
You get tighter.
Yeah,
it gets that stretch. Whereas
plus you got the focus on your whole posterior chain as well.
Exactly. So it's all about being functional, as you guys said. It's all about.
Well, Damien sounds like the bionic man being rebuilt. Definitely works smart. Yeah, he is. He's one of them kind of RoboCop $1 million man. Like he just loves that, like 1,000 press ups. You know what? Damien was built for jail. Like the way he works.
He's saying this because the ball look. That's what it is. He was built for prison.
You know what? If he was in jail, he'd be one of those tattoos everywhere. And just, you know, kicking up man all over the place. Not talking to the blacks. Oh, hey, listen, you know about them prisons in the States? You can't do that, bro. You can't say, you know what? I love black people and I'm white. Like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, bro.
That's why I ain't going to prison.
Larry, am I lying?
No, you're right.
No, that's what I'm saying. You got to stay with your people and we can wave like on the side.
Shh, I know you.
Yeah. We're really friends. You. Right, that's it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, no. I feel like, I mean, were they hotting up Chris Bumstead and Greg?
No, not so much. I mean, like he was put on the spot, and they were basically saying like, okay, we understand he's been put on the spot in this topic, and there are going to be some holes in it, but for the most part, here's what we agree with, here's what we disagree with, here's what we would change. So Greg Doucette actually agreed with quite a lot of what he was saying. I've not seen Athlete Nexus review on it yet. There's a few other like YouTubers out there that responded to, like fitness YouTubers. So,
I'm not a big Athlete X fan at all. Anyway.
No,
he doesn't live in the real world. He doesn't live. He's not from where. I don't follow that brother at all.
Yeah,
at all. You know what I mean? He might as well be with that V Shred Rude Boy and like them man there. You know what I mean? That's why I like Greg. Greg's real. Even if
Greg's
I don't always believe everything he says, but you don't have to. But it's he thinks.
So go on.
Yeah, he thinks logical and it makes sense what he says. Do you know what I mean? It's not just pie in the sky. Oh, if you do arms like this, your arms are gonna grow like that. Greg Doucette's. If I do the same as Larry, my arms won't grow like Larry's. My shoulders won't grow like Larry's. But you know, there's certain influences that make you believe that you can have what this person has, and it's just bullshit. Yeah. And that's what gets on my nerves. Like, stop talking shit. Like, oh, you know, abs in, you know, just do these abs 10 minutes a day. Like, shut up. We all know it's diet. Like,
it's true.
So you're blue in the face, but if you're eating kebab and chips or McDonald's every day, there's no abs. I'm doing abs and your stomach's fat.
Don't look at kebab and chips.
That's what I'm saying. Doner kebab. Yeah, I'm not playing that. I'm not. Yeah, but you know, it's just. But Athlete X, he's lean. He's lean.
Yeah.
But he's not a big dude though. He's a tiny guy.
Yeah.
he reminds me. He has a physique. He's refined his physique. You see how Larry's built a physique. So if he's lean, he's body built. Athlean X is just lean. He just, he's live on cucumber and, water. Like, that's how he looks. He looks like he doesn't enjoy life. Like, he doesn't do anything else but what he does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just, creatine for breakfast and creatine sandwich for lunch. Like, like, I'm just, Athlean X, he's a big no. V-Shred, them idiot there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, man.
But, boy,
I do think. Yeah, we could. Go.
No.
I don't mind Joe Delaney. I actually don't mind some of his stuff.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that died recently?
Joe Linda. Yeah.
Joe Linda. Yeah.
You know what? That's really sad to hear.
Yeah.
Because he was. I liked his honesty, his realness, and he was only a youth. He's like 30.
30. Yeah.
30 years old.
30. All right.
Yeah.
He looked older. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, who knows what these guys... I mean, that guy was too lean. He was too lean.
And even, Greg, you can't be lean all year round.
Yeah.
No.
Like, it's not healthy.
Not that lean.
No.
That lean. It's not.
And he had a great physique. His physique was phenomenal, but you got to know when to just let it go into Chubbsville, just let it sit in Chubbsville for a little while and then come back later. Like, sort it out. Like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? But, boy, that's it. But behind the scenes, you don't know. You don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on. I mean, I've heard so many things about what they're doing. I've heard also that the vaccine could have been a factor, which we know definitely could have been. Because he died of blood clots. So so it could definitely be a factor in that, especially if you're mixing the gear with the vaccine. They both combine to exacerbate that. So
think about it, man. They've never done any tests. They've never done. Who knows what performance enhancing drugs and the vaccine happens mixed together.
I can in terms of blood clots, I can only imagine it's bad because we know for a fact when it comes to blood clots, the vaccine is bad. It killed a lot of people with, via blood clots. So we know that's bad, and we also know that gear it also exacerbates someone having blood clots. That's why they always advise people on gear to take baby aspirin every night to thin the blood.
Yes, to thin the blood.
Yeah, so
exactly.
So there you go. So that combination would not have been good. You know what I mean? So I know you're right. They haven't done any tests, but I don't need tests to know what's not.
We don't need tests to know. Like, these are uncharted areas.
So, yeah, man. But big loss, man. Big loss.
Big loss. Right? Who's saying what? Any thoughts on the BBC presenter scandal?
I'm not going there for now because I don't want to get sued.
You know what? I'm saying something.
Leon wants to go there.
I can't wait to find out what scumbag this is.
Yeah,
I'm just chomping at the bit. I just want to know. I want to know who it is.
One thing I will say, and you guys will find this funny, the head of Intertalent Group, John Shalit, came on Sky News, and he knows who it is. He knows who it is because he said when people actually find out when it's released, they're going to be shocked and it's going to be career over for this person because of what they stand for generally. And even he had to say, I have to be very careful what I say so people don't guess who it is because of what I say.
Wow.
But
see, this is going to be it. Paul.
It's going to be Paul for whoever it is.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
Paying people 35. 35.
Give me 35 bags. I'll give you pictures.
Listen, yeah.
That was a joke, by the way, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
But one thing that came out that I didn't know. One thing that came out that I didn't know, Yeah. But one thing that
Come
came
on,
out of
Liam.
all of this that I was that even though the age of consent in this country is 16, apparently, even with that, you have to be 17 to send anyone any pictures. I had no idea. That doesn't even make sense. How can you be 16, age of consent, but you can't send? I can have sex, but I can't send pictures to someone. That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
But that's the law,
baffling.
apparently.
That's baffling. But listen, I can't wait to find out who it is. Who is it? Because it's not who we think it is. It's not. Yeah.
Well, apparently a few presenters already come online and said it's not me. Gary Lineker included. He was like,
Lineker was the first one.
It's Gary.
No, it's not. It definitely.
What's in these walking ships today? Oh, a photograph.
Send me some photographs. All right, anyway, you're gonna keep me here all night, Paul, man.
Yeah, we got things to do, man. But
listen,
guys, it was brilliant having you all here as per usual.
Yeah.
So I guess I will bid you adieu.
Adieu.
Like Napoleon has been you adieu.
Yeah.
Until the next time.
Until the next time. Wait. Just Google article presenter talking 10 years depression, losing 3 stone and 61. What?
He's trying to. I think he's around about saying who it is, and it's who a lot of people have speculated it is. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to get sued. So I ain't got no money.
Right, I'm ending the stream, and you can tell me. Stay there. All right, Paul. All in the game. Anyone that's watching, love you. Goodbye.